Bubagra, long live!
Only one seat we'll win. We lose all the seats. We'll win his seat.
Hello and welcome to India Today NE. It's often said that kings have no role in politics. But in Tripura, where elections are to be held on 16th of February, one king, or rather a former king, is all set to emerge as the most influential, critical character in this election. Pradyot Manikya Debbarma, the former head of Tripura Royal House and also the chief of Tipra Motha, the party which is representing the voice of indigenous Tripura people who are likely to determine the results of around 20 seats in the state. And he has kind of become a craze and raise among the Tripuri people. Welcome to India Today, NE Maharaj. My first question is this. Why is this rage among people? I have traveled with you earlier also, and I see people thronging, trying to catch a glimpse of you. It's like a rock star performance.
It's not a rock star performance. It's hard work, sincerity, perseverance, and I've worked hard for my people. I would like to also correct that we are not a factor in 20 seats. We are contesting 42 seats. And even outside the 20 reserved seats, there are as many as 14 seats where we are in a position to win or come a very close second.
Just to explain our viewers, beyond Northeast, there are 60 seats in Tripura Assembly elections, and of those, 20 are reserved for ST population, and Tipra Motha is contesting in 42 seats.
There are 16 seats where it's largely inhabited by the tribal population outside the reserved seats, along with the minorities, along with the SCs, OBCs, and the general community. And we have a very strong presence there. And this entire gambit that the tribal should only fight in 20 seats is incorrect, because we have fielded candidates from all communities, all religion, and I think we are going to surprise many people by winning seats outside the traditional stronghold area as well.
Surprise, what are the surprise numbers? Can you give us an idea about, everybody is saying that you are all set to win around 15, 16 seats in 20, among the 20 seats, but beyond that?
I've seen your interview with with the Deputy Chief Minister, and
Who happens to be your uncle?
no, he's not my direct uncle. My father, do you want to cut this? No,
No, it's fine.
no, because he'll again do a pity moment.
Piddy moments, he's still fascinated with Rahul Gandhi.
No, because you are fascinated with Hemant Vishwa Sarma. So
I'm not fascinated with any politician.
you're a good friend of mine also.
Yeah, so no, I'm not going to edit any part of
Good
this.
friend of Hemant Vishwa Sarma. I've seen you.
Yes, he was my college senior. I hang around more with you. I hang around more with you.
It's okay. Now, anyway, so Piddy is Rahul Gandhi. I mean, it's great to love animals, but I don't want him.
What's his name, by the way?
He's adopted. I don't even know his name. He's adopted. He's a street dog we picked up from the streets.
So the number?
So I heard you speak to the Deputy Chief Minister, who's related to me. My father had no brothers, but my great-grandfather and his grandfather are brothers. I think 1891, something like that. So technically from that line, it's not from the thing. He has said that BJP will get 40 plus. I've seen that. So if BJP is getting 40 plus and CPM is getting 15, 16, Congress will get 1 or 2, then maybe we will get 1.
You were saying you will get one seat. Are you kidding me?
No, because he was kidding you by saying you'll get 40. Then I have every right to kid you also.
But a genuine estimate, how many seats?
I will not say it. Let the people wait on the second. Then you'll know who's kidding whom.
So we'll try
He
to.
was kidding you.
We'll try.
Say that, are you kidding me? You listen to him.
So I'm listening to you. You said.
I'm saying the same thing. You wait till the second. And then
I ask you this question because everybody is saying that you have very good chances of around 15 seats among the 20 seats. But you are saying that you are fighting in 42 seats.
We'll win one seat.
Okay, I'll play up this.
No, no, please say that we'll win one seat.
But I'll.
That one seat also we'll win. Will be the deputy chief minister's seat.
So your party is going to win the BJP deputy CM seat.
Only one seat we'll win. We lose all the seats. We'll win his seat.
Okay, this seems to be like a family rivalry.
No, 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 no. I'm just joking. Why can't I have a sense of humor? Because you were playing badminton with him. You're not playing table tennis with me. We should have played football together otherwise.
I promise if you invite me, I'll play with you
But I'm
also.
a hard tackler.
That's perfectly all right with me. As
That is a good interview. क्या serious interview? Take a good fun interview. We are from Northeast, yeah. We are tribals. We are indigenous people. Have fun interview. Let's do things like that.
that's what India Today teaches us. If you are a good tackler, I know how to handle.
No
Uh,
red cards.
oh, perfectly all right. We'll try to sense how people are reacting to your campaigns and all that, because you have promised us to take us along on a campaign trail. Could we now proceed? We'll talk throughout the whole day.
You're going to go. Let me tell you where you're going. You're going to certain parts of Tripura, which many people don't venture out to. And there are two rallies that we are attending today. I would like you to come and see those rallies. One is in Raima Valley. Raima Valley is one of the poorest districts in Tripura. It's also very close to where Dumbur is. And Dumbur is a place where, for a hydel project, 5,000 indigenous tribals were evicted overnight for a hydel project, and 70 square miles of prime, pristine agricultural land submerged underwater. This hydel project, Dumbur, at its very peak, gave only 2 megawatts, and today is shut. But the pain of those people who were shifted overnight, who were evacuated, who never got a single penny as compensation, still bears very strongly in the hearts of every indigenous tribal. And I think that is something that you will see today. We are going to go through that area. And after that, we are going to go to Killa Bagma, which is not very far, which is near the old capital of Tripura. Udaipur used to be the old capital of Tripura. And there you will see a different sort of indigenous people. And I think it will be very nice, because I'm very happy that at least India Today has started a channel for Northeast. And at least we have a local Northeasterner covering this, because our stories, whether it's from Assam, Tripura, Nagaland, Mizoram, Sikkim, Arunachal, Shillong, should be heard in the rest of the world.
India Today has always been giving platform to Northeastern people. You know, you were invited long back to India Today conclave. Several times you have been invited to India Today conclave.
Because you are one of the very few journalists who were given an opportunity by India Today way back in what, 2007, 8? 2006, yes. So when not many people from Northeast were given an opportunity. So you are an example of being given a chance. So we should thank Kalli Puri for that. And Mr.
I'm always thankful. Before we move, just to let our viewers know that we are at the moment, we are at the palace of the Pradyot Manikya Debbarma, and you can see some sort of a throne, though it's not a throne. It's not a throne.
The real throne is inside the thing. And the real throne is one of the most important thrones.
Throne?
No, we only open it up on certain occasions. But that throne is one of the oldest thrones in the country, and it has a lot of historical meaning. In fact, we've had the chief ministers, Mohan Bhagwatji, we have had home ministers of India, not Amit Shah, but the ones preceding him, Sardar Patel, GB Pant, Indira Gandhi, visit and take pranam of the throne, because it is also very sacrosanct. It is not where a king sits, but it has also got historical and religious importance.
Have you sat on the throne?
I only ascend the throne on religious occasions, because the throne is also blessed by Ma Tripura Sundari and Ma Mangal Chandi.
How does it feel when you ascend the throne? I'm just curious.
I feel more powerful when I talk to my poor people, my Bukungbara people in the hills, and they give me a hug. I think for me that is the real sense of achievement. Not sitting on something which has been there. But once you get that love and respect, and then you come here, then you feel that you're worthy of the throne. till you don't get love in the villages, you should not be sitting in a throne, because the real worthiness comes when the people start accepting you. And then I feel I'm worthy of the throne.
We'll talk more about it. Now we'll move towards the campaign areas. Maharaj, where exactly are we going?
We are going to a part called Tui Chakma. It's in the Raima Valley seat. And what you see down there is a Dumbur lake, which I was telling you about. I think this is one of the poorest parts of Tripura, and it is inhabited by our indigenous people. And I think once you see the plight of our people here, people dying out of malaria, diarrhea, no proper schools, sanitations, hospitals, even after 75 years, I think you'll understand why I'm fighting this for them and not sitting comfortably in the palace.
But why did you take so much time then to raise these issues? You said that nothing was done for 75 years and the Congress was in power for more than 60 years in the central government, and here also in Tripura, and there was CPIM. Why didn't you raise these voices earlier?
I've constantly raised it, but I raised it in the wrong platform. Now I'm raising it in my own platform, which is backed by my people. Till the time I was in a national party, I raised it, they heard it, but they don't care enough.
Do you think they will care now?
Once you defeat these guys, once you show them the power of the indigenous people, the poor people, then they will jolly well take us seriously.
Now we are at Tui Chakma. This is the place where yesterday Assam's Chief Minister and BJP's top leader Himanta Biswa Sarma did a campaign. And he had a sizable number of people attending his rally. Today, to challenge Himanta Biswa Sarma, Pradyot Manikya Debbarma has come to this place himself, and it's a very remote area, a small tiny hamlet of, I'm told, around 5,000 people. So the competition has become that intense. So what do you have to say, Mr. Debbarma?
It's not a competition. I'm with my people, I'm with my community. He has come here to ask votes in the name of his party. I've come here to fight for my community. There's a big difference in asking for votes in favor of a party and asking to fight for your own community.
But is it not becoming rally for rally, campaign for campaign?
He has come here. We are from here. We will, you see the response we have here. It is 5 times more than what he had yesterday. They have all the money, they have all the vehicles, cars. What we have is the love of our people, and we are here.
So what you meant when you said he could be the Chanakya and you are the Manikya?
Because I am the Manikya. And Chanakya is not from Northeast. Chanakya is originally from somewhere else. The Manikyas have always been from Northeast and especially Tripura.
So it's going to be a campaign.
Original.
It's going to be
Chanakya
a
is not original.
fight between the indigenous and the outsiders.
No. Even the people who are Bengalis, who are Hindus, Muslims, they're all with us. There are no outsiders. There are only people who want to call themselves outsiders and then create a rift between the Tiprasas and the non-Tiprasas. There is no problem in Tripura. We all want development, we all want rights, we all want constitutional rights, and we will jolly well get them this time.
There is a perception that you are fighting only for the indigenous people, but of late I am seeing you making very inclusive tones. For instance, you are talking about Bengalis, you are talking about Muslims, you are talking about Chakmas.
My great-grandfather was inclusive, I am inclusive, my parents were inclusive. The problem is, those who accuse me of not being inclusive are the ones who are dividing India in the name of religion, in the name of communities, in the name of Hindu, Muslim, Christians. We don't do that.
Who are they? Who are they?
I think you can ask this. I think you're a seasoned journalist. You know who I'm talking about.
No, you are very upright. You never hide things. So I want to hear a certain name means because you are accusing someone of very
I'm not accusing.
serious allegations that someone is dividing. So who they are?
Who divides India?
I don't know.
Who divides it in the name of religion?
I don't know.
You don't know? Then you should very well know about it.
No, but you have an idea. Of course, you
I
know.
have an idea. Mamta Banerjee plays to the Muslim vote card, keeps the Muslims poor, never gives them anything. The communist does the same thing. The Congress does the same thing. Muslims are nobody's vote bank. The CPM did the same thing with the Tiprasa people. And Tiprasas are nobody's vote bank. We are Hani Busa, we are son of the soil. Same way, the BJP is playing with the Hindu sentiment, but Hindus are nobody's private property. They belong to all of India. Hindus outdate any political party. So all these parties are playing to emotions. I'm playing for our rights.
So basically, you are inclusive here also. You are accusing all other political parties except Tipra Motha.
I'm saying all parties, especially national parties, have played to vote bank politics. And Tipra Motha, my friend, is not a party, it's a movement.
You didn't name Congress your former party.
You're obsessed with Congress.
I am not. I am not.
Believe me, Congress is not a factor here. They are not even a player here. Why give them credit? Just ignore them. They are not even a player here. Why are you talking so much about Congress? It's a good party. It was a great party which got us independence. It is irrelevant right now in this part of the world.
Okay, he has to leave now for the campaign speech. We'll join again after the speech.
सब ठीक है ना?
So we are about to leave this place. We are heading towards Bagma, but there are so many undercurrents here. I heard you speaking to your people, and it was interesting. You spoke in Hindi, and you mentioned several languages. For the national viewers, could you explain what this whole struggle is?
This used to be the most fertile food basket of Tripura till in 1973-74. With some wisdom of the government, they submerged 70 square miles of fertile land approximately underwater and evacuated 5,000 families, give them a single penny as compensation, tribals, Jamatyas and Riangs and Tripura community. And at its peak, this hydel project gave only 2 megawatts and it got shut down almost 15 years ago. The pain of Dumbur is not in its calmness, but is inside where there are homes which have been submerged underwater and families which never got even 1 paisa for compensation because they could not show the land pattas. That is the irony of Dumbur. It looks good to the world, but there are hidden stories which is submerged inside this beautiful lake.
So, you mentioned several tribes. The general perception outside is that the tribal seats have only one tribe, Tripuri tribe.
No, we are largely Kokborok speaking, but there are other communities, Chakmas. They have a different, distinct dialect, which is very important. Then, of course, we have the non-Kokborok speaking or Kaupru speaking communities, which speak a language, the Halams, which speak a different language. But they are all part and parcel. Garos are here, who speak their own language. But they are all part and parcel of a larger Tiprasa center.
And Hindi is the communicating language.
We speak in
because
Hindi.
why I'm asking this, the Hindi as the communicating language, because Bengali is the state language here, I believe.
Kokborok is too. I prefer to speak in Hindi. I also think that people like you who are national media will also understand our problem because sometimes our stories don't need to be confined to a space. It needs to also reach out because you all also should tell our stories to the rest of the world. What has happened to the indigenous people of this region? Let's go to Bagma.
Sure.
There are people waiting for us there and we cannot be late because the sunlight is a problem.
Yeah,
Come.
sure. After the day's hectic campaigning, we are again back at the palace and we are with Maharaja Pradyot Debbarma. I heard you talking to your people, and you repeatedly say that you don't deliver a speech, you talk to your people. I heard you talking to your people, but still I was not very clear because you kept talking about your rights and all this. Why do you need Tipra land? That part, especially for our national viewers, you should explain why the people of Tripura, the indigenous people of Tripura, they need Tipra land.
I'll tell you why, you're fixated with the word Tipra land. I'll tell you what we are demanding. We are demanding for land rights. Right now, we do not have the authority to issue land rights. Pattas, allocation, not with us. When there is illegal encroachment of our areas, we go to the courts, the court orders.
With us means? You said not with us. By that, what do you mean?
Councils. That means with the tribals. When there is encroachment of land in the ADC areas, we go to court. The court takes its own process. They give you a relief order to evict the encroachers. We go to the police does not evict them. Financial. Today, we get only 2% of the state's budget. 35% of the population lives in the ADC. 70% of the entire state is ADC. And yet we get 2% of the budget. All the minerals, gas, is excavated from the autonomous district councils. Yet, we don't even get its royalty in due time, and that also when we do, it is just 30%, and that also in bits and pieces. Today, we want to speak or we want to write in a language, in a script of our own choice. The state government overrides us. Any bills, any laws passed by the autonomous district council is always stuck at the state government, and it never goes to the governor. So, the people feel that their rights have been squashed upon. You have made a lovely district council, and it all looks good in paper, but the actual implementation is zero. The funds are never released in time. We are always put under the scanner. If we do not go with the line of the state government, then they will bring down the autonomous council because there's no anti-defection law. So you're never an independent decision making body. So that's why we've asked for political separation directly under the umbrage of the Government of India for a constitutional solution. And we call that a Tipra land or a greater Tipra land. Now, because you said that the national viewers don't understand, the Government of India has enough statutes in the Constitution, like Article 244A, or you can create a new statute itself, where there would be complete independence of the functioning and the ruling of the council from the state government and directly under the Government of India. If that can be given to us with financial empowerment, independence, with the authority to make legislation and enforce it by creating our own departments and enforcement agencies like the ADC police, by creating a budget which is sufficient to govern these areas, we are willing to talk. The fact is that there needs to be a deep discussion and discussion amongst people who have basic common sense and understanding of the Constitution of India. I believe I can do that. The Government of India believes that we should only talk about politics, and we should only talk about Mr. X becoming a finance minister, Mr. Y becoming a PWD minister, Mr. Z becoming a chief minister. I don't think that way. I think that you need to empower the communities, the tribals, the Manipuris, the Bengalis, the Muslims who are all living in ADC areas by creating a independent political administration. I am asking for that. If there is a better idea, we can change the name from Tipra land to Kaushik land. We can call it Narendra Modi land, Rahul Gandhi land. नाम में क्या लिखा है? हमें कानून बनाना है जहां में हम अपने आप को भविष्य में बचा सकें.
For the viewers, Tripura already has an autonomous council for the tribals, but as Mr. Debbarma has explained, and almost all indigenous people say that this arrangement is not powerful enough, adequately empowered to address the problems of the tribals and and to give them their rights. So they are wanting a constitutional solution, which as you
Parties sit down, 3 parties sit down, discuss, negotiate, understand, come to an understanding. That is the solution. We want a solution so that there is no more future disturbance in these areas. So why not?
But by that solution, what you are indicating?
Nobody's right is being taken away. We are basically saying, don't take away anybody's rights. Just empower us to conduct our way of life in the way we best think is for us.
I fully understand that. In your speech, I heard you today. You were talking about inclusiveness, and also you were talking about giving the same rights to the Bengalis, not disturbing their peace, and living in harmony and all that. I heard that. But what you are indicating is within the geography of Tripura, there is a separate entity, but there have been such structures like the BJP guys give you the reference of Assam's Bodoland or Karbi Anglong autonomous councils. You are seeking is almost a separate government within the geography of Tripura.
Bodoland is just 12% of Assam. Assam is not confined of only Bodos.
But how can there be two governments within the same geography in one state? With all the powers, separate police, separate financial empowerment, separate land rights.
There is a bill for ADC police. It has been passed by the assembly. 125th amendment speaks about empowering it, so that means you do not need to depend on state government. We wanted more than that. You spoke about the Bodos and the Karbis. Karbis only are in one district of Assam. Bodos are in maybe four districts of Assam. Tripura belong to us, the tribals. Today, we are not able to govern ourselves. We are saying that please give us a certain sense of empowerment, a certain sense of governance, a legislative. You think the ADC is nominated? There are people who vote us to power in ADC, thinking that this is our government. Then don't have elections for ADC. When you say, how can you have two governments? You already have two governments, one in the ADC and one in the general areas.
So if you already have two governments, why are you not happy with the ADC then?
That government which is in the ADC does not have teeth. Give it the teeth.
BJP is saying, the central government is also saying that they will empower the ADCs more.
The original spirit of the 6th schedule was that we would be under the governor. Today we are not under the governor. Today we are under a department in the state government, which then refers our matter to the governor. So we are not even a government. We are answerable to a department of.
But even your uncle who is in BJP, Executive Editor Kaushik Deka, he has been saying that the ADC will be empowered further.
देखो first. My uncle हो या father हो या grandson हो, वो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. This is not about uncle, bhatija, papa, beta, masi. This is not about that. This is about the people. So let's not trivialize it. Him saying that we will give empowerment. What did he say? Give empowerment. तो दो ना, कौन रोक रहा है? दो ना. दिल्ली में आपका सरकार है, स्टेट में आपका सरकार है, दो ना. प्रद्योत के लिए क्यों वेट कर रहे हो? दे दो. मैं दूंगा दूंगा दूंगा. तो कौन रोक रहा है भाई? दे दो. मेरे लिए क्या, मुझसे परमिशन चाहिए आपको देने के लिए. आप 5 साल से बोल रहे देंगे देंगे देंगे, तो क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो?
नहीं, उनके सेंस ऑफ एम्पावरमेंट एंड योर सेंस ऑफ एम्पावरमेंट, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस.
सेंस ऑफ एम्पावरमेंट इज व्हाट? आपको थोड़ा सा मेकअप लगा देंगे तो आप हो गए खूबसूरत. दो ना. आप घोषणा मैनिफेस्टो में लिखते हैं मोर एम्पावरमेंट मोर एम्पावरमेंट मोर. डोंट मॉक अस यार. वी आर आल्सो सन ऑफ द सॉइल. गिव इट. व्हाट इज स्टॉपिंग यू फ्रॉम गिविंग इट? देंगे और देंगे और. तो दो. दिल्ली में आपका, स्टेट में आपका. अरे क्या बात. हम लोगों को क्या बेवकूफ समझा है? क्योंकि मैं जोर से बोलता हूं अपने लोगों के बारे. आज मेघालय में खासी गारो अपने लिए बोलता है. दे स्पीक फॉर देमसेल्व्स. नागास स्पीक फॉर देमसेल्व्स. एंड इन त्रिपुरा वी विल गो एंड से नो सर प्लीज गिव अस समथिंग व्हाटएवर यू फील लाइक. व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग? गिव. वी आर क्षत्रियस, वी आर वॉरियर्स. गिव इट टू अस. वी नो हाउ टू रन. वी हैव रन दिस state of Tripura, the kingdom of Tripura for 1,000 years. We know how to govern. In this new system, you want us not to be independent? What is, you're saying my uncle is saying, my uncle is saying. Who is my uncle? Does he have the power to give? That power lies with the President of India, the government or Union of India, not with the Deputy Chief Minister. Does he have the power? Please tell me, does he have the power or not? You're an intelligent reporter. Does he have the power?
He doesn't have the power personally, but he represents BJP, the party in power.
Can BJP? No, it is the government of India. He doesn't have the power. When he has the power, tell him to say that. Don't insult us, yeah.
For the viewers,
I'll tell you something. It's insulting. It is insulting. इट्स लाइक यूर हमारे ऊपर कोई उपकार कर रहे हैं आप लोग. हमारे लोगों के ऊपर उपकार कर रहे हैं. और कितने साल वेट करूं? और 25 साल वेट कर लूं? मैं यही चीज आपको आसाम में करता हूं. तब आपको मालूम पड़ेगा इंसल्ट क्या होता है. ये क्या बात है यार. हम कर रहे हैं, इस बार करेंगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम करेंगे. 60 सीट्स में 44 मिला आपको, तब भी नहीं कर पाए. अब बोल रहे करेंगे, जब खुद की खुद मेजॉरिटी नहीं आ रही. यू आर नॉट सीरियस. गेट सीरियस. You only want to do lip service. Nobody is interested in politicians. We are interested in our political rights. Political rights is very different from being in politics. Our language today, can I tell you something, Kaushik? State government passed that now you can appear for your exams in Kokborok in CBSE. We went to the CBSE board. They have said that you'll have to write Kokborok exams in CBSE in Bangla. 99.9% of our students will fail because they don't know how to write Bengali. Shouldn't we have an option of choosing English or Bangla or Devanagari? But shouldn't that option be with us? But no, it has to be in Bengali. No, Bengali itself is saying that the tribals have to write the exams in Bangla for CBSE. But the state government still sends it. In the Maharaja Bir Bikram airport, which they proudly proclaim, what did we say? Please make the announcement in Maharaja Bir Bikram airport. It is happening in English, Hindi and Bangla. हमने क्या बोला? हिंदी में रखो, बांग्ला में रखो, अंग्रेजी में रखो, कॉकबोरोक इंट्रोड्यूस कर दो. स्टेट लैंग्वेज, रिकग्नाइज स्टेट लैंग्वेज. बोलते नहीं करेंगे. क्यों नहीं करेंगे भाई? क्यों इतना बेइज्जत करते हो? क्यों इतना बेइज्जत करते हो? This maybe it's funny for people, it is not funny for us.
for the viewers, I would like to explain the Kokborok and all the terms that he has been using, in Tripura, there are two groups of people, by and large, Bangla speaking people, and the indigenous people, which is a group of several tribes from Kokborok to Debbarma to some other names.
Jamatiyas.
So several other tribes, and they have a common language, Kokborok, and some other languages as well. And they used to be
Tripura. But you will not do the announcements. We just said, please announce it. Announcement. Keep Bangla.
so the indigenous people, they were outnumbered by the immigration that happened before independence. That's a long history. Now they are 30%.
No Bengali is opposing the announcement of Kokborok in the airport. It is these politicians. No Bengali is opposing it. No Bengali is opposing if the tribal people would like to appear for the CBSE exams in a Roman script. It is these politicians. And the fact is, that is why we want political independence. We don't want geographical disturbance, but we want political independence and directly under the government of India. You see, kindly do not confuse the general public of Tripura, Bengalis and tribals, from that of politicians.
That's what I'm trying to explain. Actually, there are 30% tribal population and 70% Bengali population. As Mr. Debbarma is claiming that there is no trouble between the two groups, only political issues or politicians are making it a conflict. All they want is that their own rights, that rights of the 30%, like as he mentioned about the introduction of Kokborok language at the airport. These things are done, and they believe that a separate constitutional solutions, the structure of which he explained, would help them gain those rights.
We are asking for our rights, no? We are the son of the soil. We are the original inhabitants of Tripura. How would you feel in Assam if you were not allowed to speak in your language, and and we told you to speak in another language? All of you all have a huge problem in Silchar. The language row. No, I'm not. Who creates these problems? Is it the people? People are not interested. The people just want to move on with day-to-day life. It are these leaders who want to create this narrative to bring in a certain amount of complexities and subjugate a community.
So am I right in assuming that Pradyot Debbarma's fight or struggle is not against Bengalis but against politicians?
No, my fight is for constitutional rights for the tribal people, and not taking away any rights, a single inch of right, land, prosperity of any other communities, most importantly the Bengali community. And the most communal people today in Tripura's politics from the tribal side are not with Pradyot, are in the BJP. And if you all do a bit of your research, you will find out who are they.
You are attacking BJP right, left, center. Today I heard 3 of your rallies, and you are going after BJP.
Because Modi ji, Amit Shah ji seem to be very sincere in a lot of things they say. But the state government does not listen to them, gives them wrong information. I'm angry because the communist hasn't attacked me. The Congress hasn't definitely attacked me. I never attacked the BJP. I had no problem with the BJP.
Angry at whom? Biplab Deb, Dr. Manik Saha, which one? Means there are 2 chief ministers here. There were, means one is the incumbent and Biplab Deb was in the past. Which one actually disappointed you? Because you also said that Biplab Deb is even more popular than you in tribal areas.
I've heard that the former Chief Minister of Tripura, Biplab Deb, is more popular than me even in tribal areas. I've heard that. And if he's more popular than me in tribal areas, you can imagine how popular he is in the Bengali areas. But if I say it too many times, then they'll say that ye kyun bol raha hai. But I've heard that. Now that is the internal assessment But that is a separate issue. My point is, I'm angry at them not addressing the problem. They are not addressing the problem. Either they are out of their depth, either they are not understanding the gravity of the situation, or they are simply not interested in uplifting the welfare of the indigenous people. Whatever it is, they do not represent their community completely, and they should not be, their mistakes should not be held by the tribals against the Bengalis. That's for sure.
Let me come to a conspiracy theory. You have a very friendly equation with Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Assam's Chief Minister. It's also being said that now that you have raked up this issue of tribal rights, that's creating a kind of apprehension among the Bengali voters, which will eventually help BJP consolidate among Bengali voters. Let me finish. So what happens is that because you have raked up this issue, the fear of the Bangla voters, Bengali voters, they will see that BJP is most likely to come back to power, or it's in power at the center. So seemingly the powerful party, so they will back BJP, which will help BJP gain more seats in Bengali areas. And after you gather enough support, or if you corner majority of the seats in the tribal areas, then after the elections you both will come together.
I'm in a way. You're saying that I'm in a way. You're saying that.
I am not saying anything. I am just mentioning a conspiracy theory.
A fiction writer or a reporter?
I am a reporter. I am asking you questions.
That is fiction. Let me give you another conspiracy. You were asked by Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is also a good friend of yours, as he is of mine, to come and ask me this question, so that you will sell this story as I'm a B team of BJP.
I didn't say anything. A, B, C, D.
It's a conspiracy theory from my side too. I hope you don't edit this out. No. So then maybe it's a conspiracy theory from my side. Because you know what? I'm no B team of anyone. If I was a B team of BJP, I would have, when I left Congress, I would have joined the BJP. I had enough offers of BJP. I'm here to fight for my people. And I'm going to fight for my people because that's what I want. A good name. I'm not here to make money. This is not a business for me. This is something which, you see all these ancestors here, the pictures here. They are all remembered for their contribution towards a society. I also want to be understood and heard and remembered as a person who gave something back to his community. Not become a chief minister or become a B team of some party. And regarding Hemanta Da, he's a good friend of mine. So is Rahul Gandhi. So is Priyanka Gandhi. So is Thakere's. So I have friends everywhere. But my friends are not bigger than my country. And you should understand that. Like it's with Lachit Barphukan. My uncle is not bigger than my country.
You are again referring to uncle.
No, I'm saying that is, so my friends are not bigger than my country. Right? Because eventually my people are more important. They're sacrosanct. And if I can even give them even 20% of what they have in their heart, I will feel that I would have lived my life well. You know, in the end, you will all remember your life with what you've achieved and not what you have held, the positions you've held. You are an editor, assistant editor, executive editor. Those are posts. You will be remembered by your stories and what you did with it as a reporter, as a journalist. I will be remembered not from becoming a Congress president or a MDC or a chief minister or a CEM of a council. I'll be remembered for what I achieved for the people. And that is what I want to be remembered with. And for that, you cannot cut deals, my friend.
I have one more conspiracy theory. There is a word that you may be joining back Congress after the polls. The party that you actually belong to. And you have a great friend over there also, Sudeep Roy Burman.
I'll give you I think you should give up. You should stick to journalism. You're not a good conspiracy writer. You should stick to journalism. That's all I can say. You should stick.
No, you didn't answer this question.
I'll tell you. you should stick to journalism, not conspiracies, because I think it's a. I don't want to say all this on camera to you. I think it's really a bad conspiracy. This is not even a story. It is. I feel tired, exhausted answering such questions because I don't want to be in politics. And you are wanting me to go back to Congress, which is already a depleted party. Why would a man who wants to give up everything then decide to remain in politics and then join a party which is completely finished? I mean, logic, good morning, smell the coffee, that is not me.
Maharaj, I am also trying to understand your politics. People usually leave a party, like you left Congress, for the greener pastures. They think that there will be power on the other side. You left Congress, you didn't join any other party, you started your own. Till that, it's fine, the same linear way. But you are not even contesting elections. Basically, you should have been the CM candidate or the CM face. But you are repeatedly saying that you are not going to become the CM even if Tipra Motha comes to power. Why is it so?
Because it's never about me becoming CM, ye lollipop hai. It is about getting something for the people. Was this about me? Was this entire movement about me for constitutional solution? Do you think I have a desire to move into Chief Minister's residence when I have such a lovely house? Do you think I have a desire to go and occupy a chair where there is no peace of mind, when you can definitely help people through your own initiatives? So, Tipra Motha is not a party, it's a movement. The day we achieve, the day we get to a goal, we should actually disband. We shouldn't even be a political party.
It's like Mahatma Gandhi talking about Congress.
Absolutely, Congress should have been disbanded after independence. So should have been the African National Congress, and Mandela also should have done it. When you head a movement, you're from Assam. After the Assam movement, after the students achieved, they should have not been in politics. Today we would all remember Prafulla Kumar Mahanta as a student, as a young man who got the government of India to its knees and heard the problems of the people of Assam. But today, we look at him and we laugh at him because he carried on too long. So I think that, and I've said this before, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. I want to go away when people are still saying, oh, he's done all this and now he wants to go. Why? Rather than, when is he going to go? You want to go on a high. You want to go after you've given something. You don't want to hold on to power, because my friend, this power doesn't stay forever. My father, who knows more about power? My family ruled Tripura for 1,000 years. And today, where are we? And today, I'm again a bit powerful, tomorrow it'll go. All this is temporary. The only thing permanent in life is death and taxes. Right? So, when you have got something, go with grace, rather than cling on to power and ruin your reputation.
The BJP has categorically said, the central government, current central government, that it's not going to give you what you have demanded. Other parties, unless they are in power, they said they are not giving it in writing. Government of India and BJP both, because you met the Union Home Minister, so he is a representative of the government, and unless other parties.
Government of India has not said no. Government of India cannot say no.
But BJP has said no, and because BJP is...
He's the Chief Minister of Assam. He can say to Assam, please, since you are so much into conspiracies and technicalities, so let me put it back to you. Hemanta Biswa Sarma is the Chief Minister of Assam. The Government of India can never say no to us. You know why? For them to say no to us, they will have to scrap that act from the parliament.
So you still have hope?
I still have a legal point of view. Hope? What is hope? People hope that Meghalaya will never be created. What is hope? Hope is something which looks impossible till it happens.
But after the polls, if your party is required to form a government or you come to power on your own, that's a different issue. But if your support is needed, as many pollsters are saying,
Sit outside the government and not take any ministerial post till there is a solution to our demand. Rather than sitting in the government and becoming and diluting our entire movement. It would be better for us not to sit in the government till our demand is addressed and solved, rather than sitting in the government and then betraying the people who voted us in large numbers.
so what next for Pradyot Debbarma after the polls? You said that you are not joining government or you are not even becoming a MLA. So what next?
I'll write a book with a lot of conspiracies, personally sign it and give it to you. That's what's next to me.
What would those conspiracies be?
You'll have to wait and watch. But it'll be an interesting one and definitely better than me joining BJP or joining Congress back.
These are the things, these are the buzz in the market. So I asked you,
No, you said these were conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories, people are talking about these, that this could be a possibility, that could be a possibility. So I'm asking, see, it's,
In 2018, when Sunil Deodhar and Hemanta Biswa Sarma came to my palace, that I was joining BJP. Did I? No. In 2019, when I left the Congress as president, the buzz in the market was that Pradyot is now going to join BJP. There was a press conference held in the Congress Bhavan. The person who held the press conference himself joined the BJP. I did not. After 2021 ADC election, there was a buzz in the market that I'm now going to ally with BJP. Did not happen. In 2022 December, early January, when I went to Delhi to discuss for a demand, there was a buzz that now the alliance will happen. Did not happen. Then there was a buzz among senior journalists, intellectual journalists of Tripura, that Pradyot is doing all this because he wants to become the chief minister. Did I contest the election? No.
did you write conspiracy books then in response to those theories?
There's one more. There was another buzz that I will give the ticket to my sister, and that way my family will be in politics. Did I give the ticket to any of my family members? No. So, these conspiracy theories, these so-called buzz, are basically a jobless person's imagination. Kindly don't pay heed to it. Kindly hear the person who's standing in front of you, who's speaking in front of you.
That's why I'm asking you only.
There is a difference. Kindly hear him and kindly listen to him. Kindly do not just go by what masala is coming from the market.
So I am hearing you only. That's what I came to you.
Kindly hear him and listen to him. There is something called hearing and listening and absorbing, because the masala in the market is outdated. The reality is in front of you. The reality is that there are people in this world who are not corrupt. There are people in this world who are driven by a different passion. There are people who are alive in this world who want to do something for their community. And maybe you've lost hope in humanity and mankind, but I definitely have not. And I still believe.
I also haven't.
So then in that case, please understand, this man is trying to do what he thinks is right for his people and not against anyone. And all those other people, they do not even understand the depth of what I'm trying to say.
Is it not true that there was allurement and kind of vague threats to you so that you join hands with the BJP before the polls? And
I'm not scared.
what kind of allurements? What kind of allurements and threats?
I'm a warrior. Yeah. I'm a Kshatriya. I don't fear threats. And regarding allurement, I'm a son of a king. What can you bribe me with? You can only bribe me with legacy, with a good name, so that my mother will be proud of me, my people will be proud of me, my sisters will be proud of me, my friends will be proud of me. You can't allure me with a bank or money or those things are not something which interests me. And I'm not a teenager also. I'm someone who's come of a certain age. How much do I have ahead of me? How much of my active years do I have ahead of me? I'm not well. Who knows, tomorrow I may not be around. Then would I be known as a man who died with 300 crores in his bank balance? Or would I be known as a person who died, but before he died, he did something for the people of Tripura, for his poor people? What is that thing which interests you, which is a passion? That is what interests me.
Imagine a situation after the polls that, and it's happening now also. Some of your team members, I heard today that they have left you because of allurement. And BJP is very good at buying opposition's MLAs. So after the polls, if your team members are bought lock, stock and barrel, what will you do?
Then the people will not forgive them. And their own family will not forgive them. And then even the police and the government of India will not be able to protect these people from their houses being burnt and them being thrashed in the streets of Tripura. Because poor people, you have seen it yourself, coming and giving me 100 rupees. Women, old women coming and giving me 200 rupees, 500 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees. People who have nothing. A lady who sells vegetable made 200 rupees a day. She came and gave me 100 rupees. These people have given so much of hope and trust. And then our leaders will then just sell themselves and sell their soul. People will burn their houses down. They'll be hunted down and thrashed by the public. And I think these guys are intelligent enough to realize that this is something which will not be tolerated by the public and society in large. That is the sentiment right now.
Mr. Debbarma, this is my last question and request, because I have seen you, since morning I'm with you. You didn't have breakfast, you didn't have lunch, you haven't had dinner till now, and you were tired. You addressed 3 rallies, so I would not take much of your time anymore. But this is my request, as a friend, as a journalist. You are, yes, you are a very good mimic artist. So you have to tell the viewers why they should watch IndiaTodayNE or read IndiaTodayNE website in the style of your favorite actors or a politician you can choose.
You're saying why should I watch or why should people
Watch and read IndiaTodayNE.
India Today? India Today.
India Today and IndiaTodayNE. You know, IndiaTodayNE is specific for the northeastern people.
So I'll do this in the voice of Amitabh Bachchan, because he keeps on coming for your conclaves. And I've seen also India Today Today, India Today TV.
His voice is already there. You should pick up someone else.
Because he's someone I've looked up to. He's a very articulate man. So all I can say is that if you want to understand what is going on in the Northeast, then apart from watching other medias, please do watch India Today TV.
Also my favorite Shah Rukh Khan.
शाहरुख खान नहीं होगा, लेकिन हाँ हिंदी में मैं बोल देता हूँ, अगर आपको खुश रहना है तो इंडिया टुडे टीवी को आप देखिए, लेकिन अगर आपको नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बारे में पढ़ना है तो IndiaTodayNE.com आपको अच्छी कहानी सुनाएगा, और कभी कभी कौशिक डेका आपको कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरी भी सुनाएगा.
IndiaToday.NE.
IndiaToday.NE. ठीक बोला ना? माय गॉड, फिर से स्टार्ट करें, कट करें, एडिट करें. क्या था? इंडिया टुडे, इंडिया टुडे, ओके, अगेन स्टार्ट अगेन, कट. IndiaTodayNE.in. हाई, अच्छा चैनल है, देखते रहिए.
Thank you, Mr. Debbarma, for giving us time. It was wonderful having you on India Today platform.
Writer in you,
conspiracy theory writer in you. I'm sure I will buy your first book whenever it is printed.
Now I'm pretty sure there is some truth in that conspiracy because he's defending it too much.